Welcome, everybody, to Game Stuff Podcast. This is a weekly podcast where two guys who make games for a living just get together to talk about games.
But this podcast is different.
Well, let's not get into that just quite yet, Sean.
Well, we gotta tell him.
Fucking
We gotta
intro.
tell him.
This is my co-host, Sean, the Interrupter Crick.
No one cares.
And I am
This is
the
not
best
the main
host,
quest.
Big B Snyder over
This is
here.
the side quest.
Yes. Oh my God. You're fucking derailing the whole thing. Yes. This week, we're not actually live in the studio right now with you like we normally are. This isn't a live weekly update. We're not going to be going over news. We're not going to be going over announcements. We're not going to be telling you what fucking games are coming out.
Take that!
Because Sean decided to fucking run away from the West Coast. He's over on the East Coast right now, romping around.
Yeah.
Ramping around, or
yeah.
whatever you guys do over there.
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty
and,
sure you grew up there too, and we didn't do those things.
And so he's going to be over there. So we're recording this ahead of time. And this is what we've been calling lately, as Sean said.
A side quest.
Thank you for finally saying it at the right time.
If you want experience, but you don't have any more main quests, listen to a side quest. Boom, 20 experience. Not much.
20 experience.
Not much, but it'll get you somewhere.
No, this one's only 20 experience? No, this one's more than 20 experience.
No, because we're still early.
Okay, well, anyways, this side quest is titled The Mysterion Project and the Lost Shoe.
Okay. Isn't that like an actual game title?
The Mysterion Project?
Mysterium Project?
No, it's the side quest is called The Mysterion Project and the Lost Shoe. When you complete this quest by listening to this episode, you get 20 experience on your character profile
Because you bring the
sheet.
shoe back. You give the shoe to the one
You also
shoe
get
man.
a plus 10 health regen bonus for the shoes that you
Plus
have
10,
equipped.
plus 10 health regen every second, and you only have 10 health in the first place.
Yeah, so you're still pretty weak. Everything will kill you in one hit. So you can't fight anything yet. You still have to keep listening.
You
to these
technically
side quests
can't
to
ever
level up.
regen because you're
Yeah.
just dead.
Yeah, you're dead. Anyways, Sean, since we're not going to be talking about what games you've been playing or what games are coming out
Let me
or
just
anything
let
like that,
people know what we
gonna
are
talk
talking about. We had this crazy idea. It may be too crazy, too forward-thinking, too revolutionary for podcasting, but we're going to try it anyway.
We're pushing boundaries over here.
We are pushing boundaries.
We see the boundary and we're like, get out of here, boundary. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody wanting you around here.
Brad does that. He does all that like sassy talk. I go up. I just physically push it because you know what gets the work done? Physical pushing.
Yeah, Sean is very physical. He's a physical guy.
I'll push anything.
Yeah, he'll push.
I'll
he'll
push
it.
anything once,
Yeah,
twice
including
even.
your mom.
Twice even. Well, no, I'm not rude. I'm just a pusher. But anyway, now that we're completely off track, here's what we're gonna do this episode. We decided it'd be cool. You know, as gamers, we always have this thought while playing a game, like, you know, I wish this system was more like Devil May Cry's fighting system, because that's really cool.
Reviewers are always comparing that. They're like, wow, it's just like.
Or I wish,
This.
you know, this is a cool driving game, but I wish there were crashes like Burnout.
Yeah.
Or this isn't quite like Zelda. It's not as good as Zelda. So I was thinking it'd be cool to piece together a new game out of 5 games. And originally we were talking about each of us just kind of talking through and selecting 5 games where we wanted a system.
The twist
but there's
is,
a twist. And this is revolutionary.
We pick the 5 games for the other person.
other,
They have
for
to build
each
the
other.
perfect game out of the other person's
5 games. So that's a wrench in the plans if I've ever seen
Oh my
one.
God, yeah. You can't just predict or plan.
That's a wild card.
So we actually didn't decide this ahead of time, and now I'm thinking maybe this isn't a good idea to decide on live.
Just
right
make
now,
the decision,
on
dude.
the
Just
show-
make
on
the
show.
decision and go.
Do we go game by game?
No. I tell you 5 games and you do it.
Okay, so I'm going first.
And then you tell me 5 games and I do it.
Best person goes up first. The winner, champion goes first.
Let's get this
just
shit out of the way.
Jump right into this fucking thing.
All right, Brad. Here are your 5 games.
Oh, no. Don't do all 5 games at a time. Give me one game and I'll pick the mechanic that I want out of it.
No.
Yes.
No, because then you'll get to the 5th one and you'll be like, oh, I actually won the mechanic from
No, I'm not going to change it.
one.
That's how the game works.
That's a
one game at a
shitty
time.
game.
You pick one mechanic out
No,
of
but
it.
the point is we're trying to build the best game possible. We're not trying to fucking bamboozle each other.
Okay, fine. So you want to do all 5 games at once?
Yeah.
And then I have to fucking remember these?
Here are your games.
Okay.
Metroid
God.
Prime.
Oh, fucking.
Because
I never
obviously-
even played that game.
Well, man up and figure
You're
it out.
already fucking. You fuck me
All right,
every
fine.
chance you get.
You don't want to do Metroid Prime.
No, I'll do Metroid Prime.
It's
just
already
because-
a perfect game. You could just say take everything from Metroid Prime and throw the other games in the trash, and it'd be perfect. But you're gonna throw that chance away, throw it out the window. Guess what? You don't get Metroid Prime.
No. I want
you don't get
Metroid
Metroid Prime.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. I don't want Metroid Prime.
Here, Nobi Boy.
I don't know what that is either.
You know what the fuck that
No, I
is?
don't.
Yes, you do.
What is Nobi Nobi Boy?
You're a worm guy, and you stretch yourself and keep stretching yourself,
I
and that's
never
it.
played that game.
But you know what it is.
But I don't know anything about how it plays or anything that's in it.
Okay, I'm gonna
I'll
sub
take
in
Metroid
Katamari
Prime over
Damacy.
it.
Katamari
Okay,
Damacy.
there we go. There we go.
Piece of shit.
Katamari Damacy. Got it.
All right,
Game 1.
Pokemon.
Oh, fuck you. That was one of mine. Which Pokemon in the game, though?
It doesn't matter.
Just
We'll say
Pokemon.
Pokemon Red.
Okay, because that's what I was going to give you. Pokemon Red.
I figured. That's why I'm giving it to you.
Not blue, because blue sucks. Doesn't have Charizard on the front.
Well, neither of them are really good compared to yellow, so. This is one you've been playing a lot recently. Splatoon.
You mean Splatoon 2?
2.
Okay.
I already said it. Splatoon.
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 Splatoon. Where it's coming from. What that is. Who
For
that person
you,
is.
I'm going to say Mr. Mosquito.
Oh, you motherfucker. That was going to give that to you. God
I figured.
Damn it. I'm bringing Mr. Mosquito back.
No.
We're going to talk about Mr. Mosquito
I haven't played it.
forever.
I don't know that much.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Except that you go around biting naked people.
Yeah. Well, that's only one level.
Now, are we at 4? I only have one more. Oh, this is so hard to decide.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, I'll tell you the other ones I had on the list, and then I'll tell you the one I'm going to give you. The other ones on the list that I'm not giving you, Kingdom Hearts, Metal Gear Solid, which I'm sure is on your list,
Okay.
Ni no Kuni,
Ooh, that's a good one.
and StarCraft.
Okay.
But instead, I'm going to give you Burnout.
Burnout. Oh, my God.
Because it's different. It's different from all these other games. So I want to give you the greatest breadth possible in your toolbox so that you can build whatever kind of game you want, Brad. I'm setting you up for success here. So be successful.
Oh, God.
Go.
Okay. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough on air, particularly. Maybe we should have planned this out ahead of time. But
We
I'm just
talked
gonna
about
go,
that.
I'm going to go...
We're not doing it.
go off the cuff here. What kind of game am I gonna make? Out of genres, I'm not sure where to go.
So you're going
right
for
here. I'm gonna
genre first.
Well, you have to. You have to pick the genre.
No, you don't.
Of the game.
You don't have to. You can do
I'm
whatever you
gonna
want.
stick with Mr. Mosquito genre. A third-person action
Third-person
flying
insect
game.
biting game.
No. It's just third-person action. So we're gonna go third-person action. I'm gonna take the protagonist from Mr. Mosquito.
Okay. Which is
So you are
a
the mosquito. You are Mr.
A really
Mosquito in this game.
shitty-looking mosquito.
So we're building now a sequel to one of PlayStation 2's finest titles, Mr. Mosquito.
Okay.
This is going to be Mr. Mosquito 2 or 3. I can't remember if Japan got another one.
Didn't it already have a sequel?
It might have had a sequel. This is going to be Mr. Mosquito's Revenge.
Okay.
That's the title. And we're taking the main
Shouldn't
character.
the humans
So-
be taking revenge, though? He's fucking swimming around, flying around, biting them,
No,
sucking their
it's,
blood.
it's his revenge because
That's
they're
kinda-
always at him.
That's a little bit condescending that he thinks he can take revenge on these people that he's been ravaging.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna. Okay, so we got the protagonist from Mr. Mosquito. That game's off the list. That's the thing I'm taking from Mr. Mosquito.
The main character and the genre. The shell of the game,
Yeah.
if you will.
Okay, now I'm gonna take from Splatoon 2
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
the multiplayer shooter aspect of it.
Okay.
So now there's a multiplayer mode in Mr. Mosquito 2 where you shoot blood out to cover the ground.
I like it.
Yeah, you got to cover the ground in your own mosquito blood. And so here's the twist on the mechanics. Because it's Mr. Mosquito, you also have to... There's also giant people walking around. And you
Okay.
have to suck the blood out of them first,
It's
then
like
fly
Attack on
around and
Titan.
shoot it around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that's a limited blood resource. If you drain too much blood from one of the humans,
They just
die.
become a husk.
They die, yeah.
You can see them shriveling.
They die. Okay, so we got the Splatoon 2 multiplayer stuff. So it's a multiplayer match, bunch of mosquitoes flying around, shooting each other.
Gross. With blood.
From Pokemon, what am I going to take from Pokemon? I think I'm just going to... What do I take from out of that? Because, I mean...
There's a lot
so we're going
there.
to have the single player... There's going to be a single player mode in this game, too.
Yeah.
In the single player mode, here's what it is. You got to catch them all. And by catch them all, I mean blood types.
Catch
from
all the blood
Pokemon.
types.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're flying around this giant world, just trying... So now...
But it's multiplayer.
No. This is the single player mode.
Okay.
So the single player mode, now it's Mr. Mosquito, the object of the game was you'd be like in a living room and you had to get like 3 tankers of blood, right? And
Yeah.
so there would be
That's
like
gross.
a
That's a lot
grandma.
of blood.
There'd be a grandma like walking around, and she's just like in the first level, she's like totally oblivious. They don't know there's a mosquito there, so it's super easy. So she's just walking around. You got to find like the points on her neck or whatever, in her leg, and then like take the blood from those spots, and then you win. And then eventually, this family that in this house starts to realize something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting bites. They start to wise up. They start to get like fly swatters and stuff like that, and they're eventually just attacking you because they know you're there. So, but the whole point of that game is you're flying around in the different levels, getting the blood from the different characters. Now, this is an open world, Mr. Mosquito. You're not just in a house. You're in the fucking open world. And there's
Okay.
Pokemon. It's the Pokemon world. So you're a mosquito in the Pokemon
It's the
world.
Pokemon world.
Yeah. It's the Pokemon world.
So a
and
lot of
there's
ledges, you
Pokemon
can only
there.
go one way.
No, because you're a
across.
mosquito. You can fly over everything. This is like Breath of the Wild. Think about it like it's an open world.
Okay, but I can't think about that because it's not on the list.
I know, but what I'm telling you is that it's an open world. So you're a mosquito flying around. I already said it's third person action, flying around.
Yeah.
And there's Pokemon around.
Okay.
And you have to, like, Pikachu is like zapping shit, and you have to like get him when he's not zapping shit to get his blood.
Interesting.
Same thing with like Onyx will go underground. You got to get Onyx's blood out from his rock body.
Ew.
You got to find Onyx's weak point.
Yeah.
And then
He
that's
has
to
one.
collect them all. So it's like Pokemon in that you
think
got
it's
to
his
collect
eye?
them all.
You think you gotta suck his eye?
Yeah, you got to suck straight out of his eye. So you got to collect the blood of all the Pokemon types. That's how you win the single player. Now, Katamari Damacy, what I'm going to take from that, the music, obviously. It's the coolest music.
I don't even know what it is. Could
It's-
you sing a line?
I can't sing anything, but it's like all this like really quirky, cool Japanese poppy stuff.
Okay.
Really awesome. Don't need any gameplay stuff from that. A game's perfect in its own right, so we're going to leave all that in Katamari Damacy.
The one that you have, the one that you're building is perfect already. Is that what you're saying?
No, Katamari Damacy is perfect. They'll leave it in
okay,
that. And then
okay.
what I'm building is already perfect. Yes, exactly.
Obviously.
Okay, so we have this Mr. Mosquito's Revenge flying around, shooting blood out in multiplayer.
Uh huh. Are there Pokemon in multiplayer? I feel like you should have Pokemon instead of humans just to keep it thematically.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
relevant.
There's Pokemon running around, and you gotta drain their blood.
Yeah, you
until
drain the
they
Pokemon
die.
and then you shoot the blood.
God. And then from Burnout, there's only one thing you can take from Burnout, and that's fucking crash mode.
Hell yeah.
And so obviously, you're a mosquito. You're flying around. You could crash at any moment.
You could.
So that's what's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna be a sick ass crash mode. You crash and your mosquito just explodes in blood and just
Okay.
just
Ew.
like rolling. His corpse is rolling around the ground, and you can keep
Ew.
exploding him and stuff like that. And so it's gonna be pretty violent.
So the goal of that mode is to coat as much of the level in blood as possible.
Yeah, exactly. It's not necessarily a mode, because it wasn't really a mode. Well, I guess they did
was a-
turn
it
it
was a
into
separate
mode,
mode.
But I mean, like in Burnout, like Revenge or whatever, you could just explode and then kind of like keep exploding a couple
Burnout
times on the track.
Paradise. Yeah.
But you could
And
do
that
it
was
in
way
Revenge
worse.
too on the PSP one or whatever. You could explode and then tilt where you exploded to hopefully take down other cars with you.
Yeah. But that was a separate
That's what
mode.
that's what I'm
still.
talking about. So you add that. No, that was in a regular race. You could do that in a regular race. And so that's what I'm saying
Hmm.
in multiplayer. You could do the same thing. If you crash and you explode, you could try to run into another player and blow
Take
them
them out.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if in the crash mode, like, are you going to have a separate crash mode?
No.
Because that was the coolest part of Burnout. Is
No,
the
I'm not
separate
doing
crash.
that. I'm
Oh,
not
you
doing
son
that.
of a
I don't want
bitch.
to do it.
That's
You don't
why
need
I
it.
gave
We already
you
have the
Burnout.
perfect game. Collect
I
them all.
gave you
Collect all the
Burnout.
blood types. Done.
I think you should have a separate crash mode.
I
And
think
there's a
this isn't
collecting
your fucking
period.
Game,
All right,
bro.
all right, all right,
So
just
how
trying
about
out
you
being
back
better.
your game
Huh?
hands off of my game, and save it for your own.
Yeah, all right, fine.
So
I think what you've come up with here is highly marketable, and you should probably take this
think so,
directly to a
too.
publisher
so, too.
and just demand money.
I think Mr. Mosquito needs to come back. I think if you put Pokemon in the game,
They're cool.
they're hot.
It's like that license is easy to get,
Pokemon
right?
Go, $1.2 billion.
Yeah.
Throw Mr. Mosquito in there, probably $1.2001 billion.
1.2 trill.
All right.
Yun.
I think I built a game.
Yes, I guess you could say that. I guess you could say that.
I don't know if you could ever top what I did,
Well,
but let's give you a shot.
we're about to find out,
Sean,
aren't we?
My 5 games, I'm going to pick for you.
Yeah, bring it. I'm so ready. I'm not ready at all, actually. This seems really difficult.
It's very hard, and I learned that the hard way just
Yeah.
doing mine. The Witcher 3.
Beautiful.
Next up, Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
Doesn't matter which one. Wow. Doesn't matter which one.
Okay. So I can take Crash Team Racing.
No, that's not a Crash Bandicoot game. That's different.
Crash Bandicoot is in it,
has to
and
be
it's
a-
called
It
Crash.
has to be a platformer Crash game.
Not all of the. Okay. Okay.
Fuck you. It's not CTR. Okay. This is tough.
Wrath of Cortez
Dead Space.
or Cortex or whatever.
Dead Space.
Easy. Fucking easy.
Space Channel 5.
Yes.
And last up on the list. Let's see. I already gave you an RPG. There's a horror game. There's a dancing game. There's a platformer.
Yeah. You covered all the bases. Even got dancing game.
We'll go, because we're both very familiar with this one, Final Fantasy X.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna go for.
Where are you going to start?
I'm
Give
gonna
me where you're
start on Space Channel 5. Because
Okay.
Space Channel 5 will be the foundation of this game.
Oh, God.
It's going to be-
We both picked the most obscure game as the foundation.
It's going to be a rhythm-based fantasy game.
Ooh, okay. Rhythm-based fantasy.
Now, let's see. I think combat is
So
going
it's
to be
not rhythm-based sci-fi like Space Channel 5 was.
Nope. Because I'm combining Final Fantasy
you're
X
taking-
in there a little bit.
You're taking the rhythm music part of Space Channel 5. That's what you're taking from
well,
that game.
Yes, I'm taking the rhythm music and I'm applying that to music, but also to the combat.
Oh, so
So
you're adding...
combat is rhythm-based.
Okay. Ooh.
And what I'm
Well, Space
envisioning
Channel 5,
here...
I guess, had combat, too.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah,
up,
yeah.
chew,
Left,
right,
chew, left, chew, down,
chew. Hey, chew.
but way faster. Yeah, so I'm taking that, and what I'm envisioning here is the overall game is this fantasy RPG, fantasy rhythm RPG, and here's like the core. Here's the vertical slice that I would take to E3 before I combine all the
Dive
rest of
into
the
the
games into it.
elements. Okay.
It would be a single boss battle where you start outside of the boss's lair and you're going in and this badass song is playing and the bass line is really simple. It's just like doon doon.
Oh, so you're already
da-doon,
writing the
doon,
music.
Da-doon doon, da-doon doon. And each one of those is a footstep. So it cuts like when
As
there's
you step?
Yeah,
What
as you
happens if you
step.
stop moving? The bass stops playing? So you got to account for these fucking things, Sean.
Yeah,
It's not as easy as you
everything
think.
stops and you start losing health. So
Oh my God. So you just start dying if you're not
if
moving?
you're not on the rhythm, and here's the thing, you're going to be able to do what the game wants you to do, which right now is footsteps, but you also have special like emote moves
Oh, so
where
you can kinda, like,
raise
swing
your
your
hand and
arms
stuff.
up
So
and,
you
like,
could do that instead.
Gow!
Yeah, and you can get
Just,
creative
like,
with it.
Play cool sounds and
Yeah.
shit.
So it's da-doon doon, da-doon doon, da-doon doon. And you're coming in footsteps, and the camera is integrated with this system, so it's kind of like zooming
You're
on
like-
your feet,
You're like
zooming
shaking your
back out.
shoulder, so it's like... jigga, jigga,
Yeah,
jigga,
yeah,
jigga,
yeah,
jigga,
yeah, yeah.
jigga,
Like maracas.
Yeah.
And so you're going in, you blast open this door, and it's like, this is a short cutscene segment. The camera starts in the middle of the room, flies up to you, and then just pans up to your face, and you're looking so
What do you look
badass.
like?
Your
Are you a
hair
guy
is
or a
covering
girl?
your eyes, except
it
for
matter?
one sliver of your right eye.
Okay.
No one knows whether you're a guy or the girl for the whole game.
Okay, for this whole one boss fight
The
of
final,
game.
the final boss fight, though.
Oh, wait, there's more than one boss fight?
No, this is the vertical slice, but I think in the final
Okay.
boss fight of the game, the gender of the main character will be revealed.
Right, and
and
they're
it's
like-
based on your decisions throughout the game
Oh, so you... Okay, interesting.
and your rhythm.
How rhythmic you are.
How rhythmic you are. So the camera zooms up, you see your face, like your hair is covered by your eyes, very anime. There's one like sliver of your eye sticking out, and you just kind of you blow, and your hair pops up, reveals
Right,
the other eye,
Just a little bit.
and then the guitar comes in. It's like,
Is it another... Is it another human eye or is it like a cat eye? Because that'd be sweet. if it
Actually,
was
that's
like-
a good point.
If it was like
I think
a
it's an eye
demon
patch. It's an eye patch.
So you blow up the hair and it's just covered anyways.
It's still covered. So, and then the camera swivels around slowly. Ba-doon doon, da-doon doon,
Yeah.
da-doon doon, and you see all these weird like mutilated corpses along the walls. Obviously, this boss is really fucked up.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
killed
totally
so many
fucked
people
up.
and just like slam their bodies into the walls. Doon doon, da-doon doon, and you see something in the darkness at the back of the room. You just see these little eyes. And then
then you
something
hear a
something starts rumbling. No, not a
And
mosquito.
it's a mosquito.
There's this low rumble, just like, and ba-doon doon, ba-doon doon. You start walking forward again, and And the cue for the game that you're in the game and you're supposed to be doing something is you start losing health. Like,
and then get this. I'm adding in now. I'm jumping into this.
Okay.
As the boss is walking towards you, that's the drums kicking in.
Yeah, but the boss isn't walking yet. You're walking towards it. And the character is so overconfident. It's like a Dante. No, it's like Geralt from The Witcher.
Oh, so that's what you're taking?
In terms of confidence.
You're taking sexy
and
confidence.
handle on his work.
And his hair game?
Hair game, yep.
Hair game, for sure.
Confidence. He'll walk into a bar and just be like, it's a bar that obviously a Witcher isn't supposed to be in.
Like
everyone
no
there
one
wants to kill a
in.
Witcher. He just walks in and orders a drink.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he kills everyone
And
because
then
they're
everyone
assholes.
dies.
Yeah. So it's that kind of person, not necessarily a guy or girl. No one knows yet. Mm-hmm. You start walking up to the boss, and then the drums kick in, and they're just like these really super low kicks.
Yeah.
And then the boss battle happens, and that's where I got to figure out the combat system. And what I'm thinking is the combat system is rhythm based, but it's also based on managing a bunch of objects at the same time. So you have these like telekinetic powers. Where, like in Dead Space, where you can like, what's it called? Kinesis?
Yeah, the kinesis.
Where you can kinesis
So you're
objects.
pulling kinesis from Dead Space.
I'm pulling kinesis.
That
And
was actually a really cool ability.
kinesis and severed limbs or like parts from the environment.
Ooh, yeah.
So you have to work with your environment, and to the rhythm, you have to like build your own weapons. Basically, you have to like pull things off the wall. Basically create this arsenal of things that you can use against your enemies. So some of that is you start out by like pulling a lamp off the wall and you throw it at the enemy and maybe it takes off an arm and now you can use that arm. And so this is all to the rhythm and it's just really chaotic and there are limbs and objects just floating, spiraling around you, and it's all to this weird rhythm. So the game is almost stop motion animation, where it's like doom doom stop, doom doom stop. Everything in the world kind of stops in between the beats.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a really cool style. Just like very punctuated, really epic, slow, crawling pace.
It reminds me a little bit of what like Rayman Legends did with their music levels.
Yeah.
Where everything is to the music.
Yep.
And that is so hard to do.
Yeah.
But
I think for them it's probably way easier.
What you're imagining is like almost impossible but to like give you a good gameplay experience, because the whole point of gameplay is that you want to be able to be free to make choices.
Yeah.
But if you just die when you're standing still.
Yeah, so I think in that way.
It's a very focused experience, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be like Hellblade,
In
where
that way,
it's
it
like
would
$30, and they know they're giving you a very specific experience.
And it would have to be kind of. Can you go back to the list of games? Mm-hmm. It would have to be a fixed camera. So that's what I'm going to take from Crash Bandicoot. They've got 2D fixed camera and they've got behind
the player
fixed camera. It's kind of, I was thinking God of War, but this just really makes it super easy.
Yeah.
So, and
that kind of lends to like the limiting, it limits your field of view. So it's like you can really focus on selling the movements and the beats of
and there are
everything
points,
around you.
just like in Crash, there are points where you can only move forward.
Yeah.
And that creates tension. You're moving forward toward this boss, and you've got a limited amount of time to make the right moves to kind of gather the stuff you need before you start fighting it.
Yeah.
And then there are going to be, it's kind of like, that's a thing that you can repeat throughout a boss fight. Maybe you damage it enough that it kind of retreats or something like that. And then you're in a different area.
Back. Like I'm imagining like the Crash Bandicoot angle, and the boss is in front of you, and you're fighting it, and then it eventually just shrinks back.
Shrinks back into the darkness.
And so like the level expands.
Yeah, or like, and I want to do a lot of cool things with the music where it's like picking up. And the tempo is rising. Mm-hmm. So once you get the boss down to like a quarter of its health, the tempo's rising, it's running, and you're chasing after it.
Yeah.
So you're sprinting after it. And you're making all the decisions faster. But it's like you can see the end in sight. You've got to be like so on your game and so focused into this game. I think that's the main feeling I want to capture, is just that you're in the zone. Like you have to be fully into this and immersed to pull off the crazy stunts that you need to just to beat the monsters. And so let's see, what else do I got? I think I actually covered.
You got everything. You covered everything except for Final Fantasy X.
Yeah. So what I was originally going to take from Final Fantasy X, which I think I still might do, is the story is going to be very dramatic like Final Fantasy X. And at the core of the story will be daddy issues.
Ooh, daddy issues.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
So
the whole
this character,
movie's daddy issues. Or the whole game's daddy issues.
And you know what? Maybe it's the dad was like this old prude, and he kind of disowned the child in this fantasy world. And obviously there's a lot bigger fish to fry at the moment, but kind of like sent this child off as an outcast because of some gender thing. Like maybe because this child doesn't see herself, himself as one gender or something like that. So it'll be an exploration of that really difficult topic. And this person is seen as an outcast, and so they're kind of sent out into the wilds, and that's why they're trying to like fight their way back and find their way of being legitimately part of the tribe.
Yeah.
And so they go through and they're
Horizon Zero Dawn.
They're killing this shit, and they're as they do this, they're proving themselves. Like that's not their goal. They're just trying to survive, but they're killing all these monsters that everyone else has been like held down by for so long.
I was not expecting you to get so fucking into this right now. Like you're like literally writing a story right in front of everyone. Meanwhile, I'm like, well, Mr. Mosquito shoots blood out of his face. You've got like this whole like fucking proof of concept that you're just like, you got music going on, you got the story in the background. I'm like, I don't know. There's Pokemon, and he sucks their blood.
I am getting into it. I'm kind of excited about this, and I think this is a cool exercise because you have constraints, and that allows you to be creative and kind of like it gives you a palette to work with.
I almost feel like I need to go back and build a different game now because like your game is so in depth, and mine was like, I don't know, Mr. Mosquito's Revenge.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's cap it. I think that's a good concept. We can go from there.
Yeah. For your game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of depth there. I mean, there's a lot of things to dive into. You know what I mean? Like, I love the rhythmic aspect to it. You know, I want to add in to your game concept, like Space Channel 5, how like when you rescue allies, they
start
part
fighting
of your
with you.
Team.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's got to happen. You gotta like
you save Space MJ.
You save. I forgot Michael Jackson is in that game. Oh my god, it's so awesome. Like he does all those signature Michael Jackson sounds in there. Oh my god! Oh, so Michael Jackson's in the game. Let's pull that from Space Channel 5.
Sure, might as well.
MJ's in it.
Yeah,
and he's a super powerful.
He's
ally.
kind of your. He
starts off as an enemy.
Yes, for sure.
He's
you have to kick his ass,
enemy,
and he's really difficult.
Oh
I
think
he's. So
he
this is
beats
Hero's
you,
journey.
but he respects you.
Yep. This is Hero's journey. He's the one who beats your ass, and that's when you say like, I can't do this. I
need your help.
I don't know what it is. Like maybe this character is really fucked up and like is thinking about just wandering off until they die. Like this is the end for them. They don't want to live anymore.
Like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You gotta fight on.
Yep. And he can. That's how you learn new moves. I think as you progress and as you kind of like once your combo gets high enough or you get enough experience or whatever, he will teach you a new move. It's like you now capable of wielding this power.
What power is it? Do we know yet?
The power of the hip thrust would be the first one. And then the very final move is moonwalking. And it allows you to reverse time.
Yeah, so you can moonwalk backwards
through time.
If you like fuck up and you're about to die.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Just for like the span of a moonwalk. So it's limited. It's like 5 seconds or whatever, but
it's good enough.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I think it took a turn for the better here.
Yeah.
In this last edition.
That was an interesting exercise.
Yeah, I mean, did you have any notes for my game?
I think.
I mean, just like you didn't really riff too much on my ideas, so I mean.
No, you just shot him down.
The one thing you wanted was a fucking crash mode. I'm not putting crash mode in Mr. Mosquito's
Dude, crash
Revenge.
mode in Mr. Mosquito would be so awesome.
Crash mode in Mr. Mosquito's Revenge.
I think building the game around Mr. Mosquito was it was a good move, but you made it too Mr. Mosquito. Because you stuck with the mosquito, you stuck with blood.
Yeah.
You were kind of anchored to that, and I think that took you down this weird zany path. That kind of it held you in. It held you in your box, and you want to get outside of your box.
I was just too in the box.
Yeah.
And
there are so many good mechanics up there. I mean, like any of these games has awesome mechanics. Originally, Witcher 3, I saw that and I was like, okay, obviously the side quests are going to be Witcher 3 side quests,
right? And
it's going to be you going around and like. Everything you do has a huge impact on the world, and you're building all these relationships and stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking like in Mr. Mosquito's Revenge, if I could add that in.
Witcher
the
3.
side quests are let me tell you what the side quests are. Like the huge impact on the world is every time you suck blood from something, you take a disease and you transfer it to another.
Oh my god.
thing.
Wait, there have been a bunch of zombie games like that, right? Where you can transfer the disease. And
I don't
it's
know.
kind of there was one on PSP, I forget what it was called. Oh my god. But it was some online zombie game.
What? On
Where,
PSP?
Yeah, where you were competing, and I think if you lost or something, you became a zombie, and it was this real-time thing.
No way.
Yeah, where there was like a season, and then you just you kept fighting, and when you became a zombie, you fought for the zombies, and that's a cool concept.
Yeah, so in this game, it's like, well, Pikachu had HIV. So,
I knew it.
so it's like, and then you just bit Gyarados. Now Gyarados has it, and he's in the waters fucking all the Magikarp.
Dude,
And now it's spreading around.
you think
And,
a
like,
mosquito could bite through Gyarados' dragon
Gyarados
scales?
doesn't know he's there.
Yeah, but Gyarados is covered in
Well, that's the
armor.
thing. No, you have to upgrade your Mr. Mosquito.
Okay,
Like,
so by
you-
that
yeah.
point, you've got like a
Yeah, you have upgrades. Like
fucking jackhammer as a as a nose.
And this is the other thing I forgot to mention. You start off small and tiny, but like by biting different Pokemons, you get their abilities too.
Okay,
So
okay.
like Pikachu, you bite him, you get an electrical ability, and then
That's so ridiculous.
so then it's like you have electrical blood.
That's
And
pretty
you
cool.
shoot the electrical blood at Gyarados, stuns him.
It's like
And-
Splinter Cell or any stealth game where you shoot someone with the electrical
Yeah,
dart.
exactly.
They're
And now also certain Pokemon, like certain legendary Pokemons, like let's say you get Mewtwo, when you get like the legendaries, you actually grow a bit. So like you, Mr. Mosquito, you can get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Like you can't ever get like Gyarados size.
Yeah.
But you could get like
Scyther.
Pidgey size.
Pidgey? Okay, that's pretty small still. But for a
Pidgeotto,
mosquito, that's
maybe
huge.
Pidgeotto even.
That's huge. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So giant, and that's you have to get that big before you can take on like Charizard or Gyarados or something.
that
you
makes
know?
sense.
Yeah, so a little more depth. In
Yeah, I
gameplay
like that
there.
little bit of depth you added in there as Pokemon skills come out of a mosquito. And HIV. Don't forget HIV.
Yeah, I mean, mosquitoes
yeah.
are pretty fucked up.
I mean-
they're spreading shit like that all the time. So that's why it's his revenge, you know?
I think at this point, how could the listeners want
This
any
is
more?
why it's his revenge. See, every person he bites, he fucking gets their disease too.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. He bit the wrong thing, got
That actually
HIV,
happens.
and now he's pissed.
With ticks, like ticks get all these diseases. They don't like actually do anything to the tick, but they're holding the blood. So they have like Rocky Mountain spotted fever,
Right.
Lyme disease,
Rocky
all this
Mountain
other shit.
spotted fever.
It's all
Who
these
the-
like
where the fuck did
neurological
these names
diseases.
come from? Jesus
the Rocky
Christ.
Mountains, obviously. That one's pretty straightforward.
I know, I'm just saying, it's just so hilarious. It just sounds so country, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
The Rocky Mountain spotted fever.
Because you get all spotty. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else? Any other notes in there?
No, I think we've got some solid games here, and I think we really nailed it.
Yeah. If you guys somehow fucking managed to make it through this whole shit show of a side quest, congratulations! You
Yeah.
now have been awarded 20 experience points and the Lost Shoe,
Wow.
which gets you 10 regenerating health points. I
Yep.
guess we just
Yep.
said it earlier. Hey, I would love to hear. What game would you make out of either one of these sets of 5 games that we picked?
Yeah. And to go through them, let's go through them again, just so they're clear.
Okay, so for me, I had to do Katamari Damacy, Pokemon Red, Splatoon 2, Mr. Mosquito, and Burnout. So take one mechanic or one character or one environment or just one
The sound
character,
design, the music,
one thing
the
from
art.
each one of those games,
Anything.
put it together into a game, send it to us, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
On the next show.
And then the second set was The Witcher 3, Crash Bandicoot, Dead Space, Space Channel 5, and Final Fantasy X.
Yeah. Obviously, a lot of room for some amazing games in there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you can top what we did.
Definitely not.
So let's hear it. Write into GameStuffPodcast@gmail.com. Write into us at Twitter at GameStuffPod. And I think that's going to be it for the show this week. It's short. We know you may want to hear more from us.
It's bite-sized.
But, you know, bite-sized.
Side quest.
Maybe you don't want to hear so much from us.
Yeah.
So maybe this is good.
Maybe this length is perfect.
Let us know. We'd love to hear your feedback on the show, what you've been liking so far, what you don't like. And if you could follow us on iTunes, on SoundCloud, on Twitter, all of those places, that will really help build up the audience, help build up our little community and network of game pals.
Follow us in real life.
Follow us in real life, I guess.
If we feel a tap on the shoulder, we'll know it's a listener.
Exactly. Just
Tap on the shoulder, a
just tap-
mugging, a punch in the face. I don't know.
Any of those things.
Is that a
we'll
listener
know.
still, or is that a mugger? I don't know.
I
The
think
lines
it's-
are blurred.
I think it's a game pal.
It must be a game, pal. It's all right.
And that's it for this week. So,
right.
Sean, say
Brad.
goodbye.
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 It's me.